part of the Irish Guards, which is a part of the Household Division, and what this museum is all about, for 6 years now. And I've been looking after Seamus for about a year now, looking after him. Seamus is part of the Irish Guards, as I said. He's also responsible and owned by our Colonel-in-Chief, who is Her Royal Highness Princess Catherine. So you are sitting in the presence of probably like the 1,000th in line for the throne of England. Seamus is 5 years old. He's a pure-bred Irish wolfhound from Yorkshire, so he's not from Ireland, but we got him from Yorkshire, luckily. We normally get him from a lovely breeder down south in Ireland who've been doing it for decades, but unfortunately the breeder was having a difficult time through the pandemic, so we couldn't usher one over. Luckily a lovely breeder in Northern Yorkshire was willing to donate Seamus to us. Seamus does, most wolfhounds tend to do about 7 years of service with the Irish Guards, and then they go home, back to their breeders, and then they get sold to a lovely home. They get to live the rest of their lives as a normal, happy, playful dog. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have regarding the mascot, the army, or anything in general. What's your question? Straight away. How long have you been with me? Well, he's been with me with the Irish Guards. He's been with the Irish Guards for almost 5 years now. He's been with us since he was 5 months old in September. So he grew up. He was.
How big can Irish wolfhounds go?
Well, Seamus is 6'3" on his back legs. I can get him to do it. Come. Oh, no. Do it straight to us. Seamus, come. So I'm 6'4", and Seamus on his back legs is 6'3". Our predecessor, Donoghue, was slightly bigger, so Seamus is here where my hand is. Donoghue was slightly bigger, and he was about that big. So Donoghue probably would have been 6'5". So it all depends on genetics. I mean, right now you're very, very short, but when you're older, you could be as tall as me. It all depends, just like human beings, it all depends on the genetics. Yes, madam.
What is his role?
So he's our mascot, so he'll go through the DATR training regiment where they train all animals part of the army, so that whether that's the Horse Guards down the road at the Household Cavalry, the German Shepherds you see the armies look after, they go through that for about 4 weeks of training with them, so basically what you would train an animal to do, and then they come to our regiment and they're just a mascot, so they lead from the front of our regimental band. So anytime the Irish Guards are mounting or changing the guard, whether that's at Windsor Castle or here in London, he will be leading them onto the parade. So he's participated in various big events. He took part in Her Late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee, where he led the Irish Guards on because it was their turn to do the Trooping the Colour. Each regiment takes their turn in doing the Trooping the Colour for the King. Well, for the Queen, but now for the King.
Water Uncovered is a charity established in 2015, and we use archaeology as a method of assisting in the recovery for veterans, service personnel who have been injured or who have suffered sickness during their service or holiday. We have been undertaking excavations on the battlefield at Waterloo since 2015. The Battle of Waterloo is something that's of great significance to those of us who have are part of regiments who fought there. But much more than that, archaeology is a really versatile and wide-ranging discipline. And the nice thing about that is if there's no pressure on you to get things done quickly, it is something that's available to people with any number of different disabilities, limitations or interests. You can do everything from fine photography and processing through to digging holes with a pick, recording things with a pencil and paper, or indeed undertaking research back in the UK from the comfort of your own house. So it offers an awful lot, and above all also it offers comradeship and the ability to work with people from other countries, people with different backgrounds, and indeed similar experiences. So it's been a really successful programme. We're still raising money, we're still doing the activity, and here you can see one or two of the things that we found over the last few years. Nice display here of musket balls and a piece of artillery ball here. Some of these musket balls have hit things. You can see on this side an impacted musket ball. Lead is quite soft. When it hits things, it tends to splatter and squat. And you can see here on this side here, there's the grey one is a British musket ball, and the one on the other side is a French musket ball. Now the British one is a modern reproduction, which is why it's a slightly different colour, just because it hasn't been in the ground for 200 years. But I hope you can see the difference in size, and that's really important when we're working, when we uncover a lot of these, that the dimensions of the British musket balls are slightly larger than the French ones, which means of course you can build up a picture of who was where, who was shooting at whom. It allows you to do almost a bit of a forensic analysis of the battlefield, so that's rather fun. This is a cannonball, again fairly self-evident, £6 cannonball, made of iron. You wouldn't want to try and stop one of these with any part of your body. They would be extremely dangerous at well over a mile in range. There were an awful lot of cannons firing at Waterloo. We haven't found very many cannonballs, because those that were anywhere near the surface would have been picked up not long after the battle. One of the interesting things about Waterloo is the fact that it's been a site of tourism since practically the day after the battle. So souvenirs from Waterloo were a big thing in the early 19th century. So we were very fortunate to find this in the orchard up by the British Field Hospital. But as I say, it's an ongoing project. We're linked to the University of Glasgow and University College Roosevelt in the Netherlands. We have partnerships with a number of European allies, and it's been a very successful programme. We all thoroughly enjoyed it.
The barrel, we've got the blues on the run. Zing, boom, ta-ra-ra, ring out the song of the chief. Now's the time to roll the barrel for the cans all given on the lawn. Then they hear the rumble on the floor. It's a big surprise I'm waiting for. Around a couple say over it. My baby just cares for me. Back here, I was here in May with the B-45, 80 years it was since the end of the World War II, so they had a bigger event over in May and I was here then, so I've come back especially for the Heritage Weekend here. Nice to be here. You're gonna find me, Lancashire Belle? Lancashire Belle on Facebook with an E on the end, Belle. My baby don't care for clothes. My baby, he don't care for shows. My baby, he just cares for me. My baby don't care for cars and races. My baby don't care for high-tone places. Liz Taylor is not a star, and even the barrage is smile, and that's something he can see. I wonder what's wrong with baby. My baby just cares for. My baby just cares for. My baby just cares for me. baby, waiting in the moon. Sister, what you call it? That's a candy idea. Something swinkadilla would be good to my ear. Everybody must agree that dancing has charms. When you have the certain one you love in your arms, stepping up with you will be a sweet interlude. And build a rope with that and put me in the mood. In the mood, I said I got it in the mood. Your ear was spotted in the mood. I wanna hide it, be alive and get the job. You got to learn how. Hep, 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 hep like a heifer. Hep, 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 hot as a pepper. Step, 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 step like a zipper.